We were told that our grandfather had been shot in 1989. I was invited to Lubyanka. To my question, where was my grandfather shot and where was he buried, they responded that it wasn't known.
Vladimir Ambartsumov was born in October 1892 in Saratov into a Lutheran family.
There were these famous bread and meat trucks. Muscovites called them murder wagons. They were rushing all around Moscow with prisoners inside.
Arrest. It's a dazzling flash and a blow from which the present instantly shifts into the past. It's a violent, nighttime knock at the door.
But that was right when the revolution began, and in 1920 he was arrested for the first time.
The state political directorate decided to instigate a church revolution, to replace the leaders with others who would listen to heaven with one ear and to Lubyanka with the other.
Soviet authorities prohibited preaching the word of God.
Along the long road of our life, we ran happily past random fences, wooden, brick, concrete. We never bothered to think what's behind them, although that's where the realm of the Gulag begins.
When Mother was dying, she told my father, "Be the mother and father for our children. Difficult times are coming."
Sometimes they wrote everything down beforehand. During the search, they would take your address book, write down all of your friends' names, and then it would seem like you'd turned them in.
And one time there was a knocking on our door. We went outside through the garden and I picked an apple for my father. The investigator told me not to, and that was the end of my childhood.
For many years, Kirill, a grandson of Ambartsumov, was looking for the place where his grandfather had been killed. When he found out about Butovo, he started coming here frequently.
This was a restricted area. This place was related to the rocket forces, and the KGB was to guard it from outsiders. During the 60s and 70s, they started to dump garbage here.
So, every day, they would execute about 80 to 100 people. But in 1938, they executed 562.
My father was arrested. That was when Father Vladimir offered his assistance. He was a jack of all trades, but at the same time, he was always most dedicated to religion.
Shot dead in 1937, on December 21st, grandfather. On November 9th, father.
The neighbors alleged that he didn't treat the funeral of Clara Tsetkin with respect, and that was that. When we began building the church, I was elected as the head chairman of the parish board, and very soon after I was offered the opportunity to join the clergy and lead this community.